Hey friends, I had to try this, didn't I? There's a couple of reasons. One, I thought you guys would be interested in it. Two, Elizabeth Arden is a house that I really enjoy. They're really affordable, they're really fun. There are some of the white tea range I really like, and I always kind of recommend them as being like a nice, chilled out, calm, skin scenty for fussbot style perfume. And I also really like Lilac, so I just felt like I needed to try this, even though I did have some reservations about this one. Um, Reason being, there are some of the white tea, and actually increasingly, when I've been smelling the flankers of white tea, they have, to be honest, been getting a little bit more synthetic smelling to me. I do think they're using a few more of the modern and kind of trendy aroma chemicals. I wouldn't be surprised if there is some kind of ambroxany situation going on in a lot of them. So I was a little bit nervous about this. So I only got the 30 ml. And also, the white tea range is more expensive than the green tea range. So, because I think they're supposed to be considered like a little bit more classy. But I mean, personally, I don't know that you can get any classier than the original green tea. I think that is the most beautiful spa-like perfume, and everyone wearing it smells incredible. But also, I think it's just the advertising, right? So this is the new flanker, and again, just a heads up, I am recording this in January. So it's cold weather. I don't think these are necessarily designed to be worn in cold weather, but I am going to give you my first opinion anyway because they've just been released. So this is White Tea O Lilac, and you can see it's this very pretty box. And it's a cute little bottle. It's, I think it's got a purple liquid in a clear bottle. Has this very pretty kind of looks like an X-ray of a flower on here, which is the same that they had on the Eau Fraiche and a few of the other white teas that are in the clear bottles. There we go. Let's reposition this a little bit because this is a very teeny weeny little bottle. There you go. So White Tea Eau Lilac. The notes in this one are top notes of jasmine, sambac, Italian mandarin, mid notes of lilac and wisteria, base notes of white woods, tonka bean and musk. It's not listing tea in it, but these perfumes, they always have white tea or mate or normally both. But for some reason, it's not listed on Fragrantica. But I mean, it's a white tea perfume. There is tea in here. It does retain the general DNA of the white tea perfumes. But this one is noticeably very floral. And I find this one to be a little bit sharper than a lot of the other white teas that I have tried myself. I've tried most of them. I didn't try the one that was released last year that's literally called Floral, I think, or Floral. Because, again, I'm a bit fussy already about white tea, but the more floral they are, the less likely I am to enjoy them. So I'm going to spray this one out. Ooh. So I can get the top notes. Managed to get some on my hand as well. So I feel like this one is falling into the trap that I was a bit worried about, which is that to me, it smells quite chemically. So I'm getting a fair bit of something that smells a bit screechy. So I feel like if this is not something like ambroxan, which, heads up, full disclosure, ambroxan often gives me a headache, and it does go really screechy to me, like it's very kind of piercing to me, too much ambroxan. But this, I'm not really getting a lilac-y wisteria feel from this, only a little bit. I'm getting way more of a jasmine scent here, like a sharp, old school white floral smell. Now, again, this might be totally different to other people because this might be that these are aroma chemicals that I just can't really perceive as the notes that they're supposed to smell like. But for me, this is not a good white tea. It's already making me feel like I'm going to get a headache, which is a bit of a bummer because, as I said, I absolutely love lilac and wisteria. Like, those are notes in floral perfumes that make me really happy. But this is not making me happy, sadly. I'm finding it sharp. It's shampooey. you know, soapy, shampooey. It's that kind of screechy to me. And yeah, I may be getting like a hint of some purple florals, but this smells like a white floral to me. It is, like I said, still got some of that original white tea DNA, but it's not as nice to me as the original white tea. My personal favourites from the white tea range are the ginger lily. I love that one. That is extremely unisex to me, but that ginger is just so special in there, but it still smells like white tea. And then the other one that I really love is white tea vanilla orchid. I think that one is maybe the only one that they've discontinued, but it's a real shame because that is their kind of sweet, creamy, very feminine white tea. And I think that one's really, really pretty. Um, this one, though, this is for me not wearable. I did try it on my skin. I really didn't like it. It doesn't smell, it smells pretty much exactly the same actually on paper as it does on my skin. So yeah, I have to say this one's a bit of a disappointment because it's also, like I said, a bit like, well, it's not expensive, but it's one of the pricier Elizabeth Ardens. So I don't love it. It could definitely be worse, but it could also, in my humble opinion, be quite a lot better. I just feel like the white teas have fallen down the aroma chemical, you know, the trendy aroma chemical rabbit hole. Um, and they're just not. They're every time I smell them now, they're just a bit like, I'm not keen. So yeah, this one is a bit of a letdown for me. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people who really like this, though. I think if you don't have a problem with the kind of aroma chemicals that I find like super screechy, so if you have no problem with ambroxan or like certain white musks, that kind of thing, then you are probably going to be fine with this. And to you, it might just smell like a really gentle spring floral, like a kind of dry, shampooey spring floral. But this is, yeah, I'm not getting what I wanted from this. But Elizabeth Arden do make my favourite lilac-y wisteria perfume, and that is Mediterranean. I absolutely love and adore Mediterranean. It's one of my top 20 for life perfumes, and it has a gorgeous fruitiness, a beautiful sweetness, a kind of sea breeze smell in it. It's just absolutely perfect. So this one didn't work out for me, but I will live because I have a gorgeous gentle purple floral already in my collection from Elizabeth Arden. So if you've smelt this, please do let me know down below what you think and how you've got on with it. Obviously don't take offence if you like it and I don't. We all react completely differently to all of the chemicals that perfumes are made out of. And I do understand that most perfumes are made with aroma chemicals and only a few naturals. But I am just really sensitive to the more modern ones and the ones kind of before the year 2005 or whatever. I didn't really have a problem with the way that aroma chemicals were used in those older perfumes, but for some reason my nose and my head doesn't really not like and often doesn't recognize what they're supposed to be nowadays. So like this might actually smell sweet to other people. It might have one of the aroma chemicals in that's supposed to smell a little bit sweet that I just can't perceive. So yeah, like I said, don't take offence if you like it, but please let me know down below. And yeah, I hope this was helpful to especially to those who watch me who have that same issue with modern aroma chemicals. This one's probably not going to be for you guys. All right, bye.